Hi, I'm Hariteja, and today, on behalf of Sungjae, who couldn't be here today, I'll be presenting our group's work, Behavior Generation with Latent Actions, where we propose vector quantized behavior transformer, or VQBED, action multimodality through tokenization. To begin, let's say you, you have a data set of expert demonstrations. What are some of the challenges we face in learning behavior cloning policies on this data for a robot? For one, environments are not quite Markovian. In other words, what you do at a particular step may not only be dependent on the previous step, but may also be dependent on what was done prior to that. Also, modeling behavior from demonstrations can have multiple modes, and I'll give a simple example of this. Let's say we have this door that's cracked open just a little bit, and we want to collect data for opening this door so that we can teach a robot to do the same. Now, let's say you ask a couple of random people to open this door. One person may just grab the handle from the side and pull, whereas another may reach behind the door and open it that way. Both of these are valid ways of opening a door, but then imagine both of these modes are present in your dataset. This may be a problem for your algorithm, which should not only be able to handle this, but should also be able to exploit both modes when deployed into your test environments, as in some scenarios, one may be better than the other. Many tasks in daily life will have multiple solutions and ways of collecting data. So how can we handle this multimodality? To motivate our work, let's quickly take a look at how language models do it. In a sentence generation task, an LLM learns to generate a distribution over the next token, which is then sampled from. However, if we try to do this, directly translate this to robot actions, we face a problem in that actions on a dataset are generally continuous, whether this is joint angles, joint torques, and effector position. Given that the number of continuous variables is infinite, you can't quite predict a multimodal distribution over these actions. So, in this work, we quantize the actions of a given dataset by learning a vector quantized variational autoencoder, or VQVAE, which is a commonly used technique in audio and image generation. Given our action dataset, we encode the actions to a discrete latent variable as part of the codebook. Then, for any code in the finally sized codebook, we're able to decode it back into an action. So now that we're able to make these actions discrete, it becomes quite easy to learn a multimodal distribution over them. However, to enhance this quantization, we actually use a residual VQ, where after the first layer of quantization, we have further layers quantizing the residuals. Splitting the quantization across multiple layers we found was crucial in getting this to work well, and it greatly improved performance. Here's a visualization of what a residual vector quantization looks like. This is for the block push simulation environment where the action dimension is 2. The first layer of quantization learns to represent more broad actions, and you can see that adding in a second layer of quantization, quantizing the residuals, allows for more fine-grained information to be added. Now, given our discretized actions, the second step is to train transformer-based policy head that takes in an encoded sequence of observations and predicts the probability distribution of codes as well as offsets. Once we sample from the distribution, the codes can easily be decoded into an action using the VQVAE decoder that was trained previously, and offsets serve to compensate for the loss of fidelity from the quantization. This is just a high-level overview of our architecture. For more details, check out our paper or feel free to check out the poster. We apply VQBED to a wide range of simulated and real-world decision-making problems, both conditional and unconditional, including manipulation, locomotion, and autonomous driving. Here, you can see some generated behaviors of VQBED. In this manipulation task, VQBED learns multimodal behavior from demonstrations. As you can see, tasks performed in different orders. Note that in all 4 videos, the robot begins from the same start state, but since a different action is sampled at the start of each trajectory, the trajectories differ. What's interesting about VQBED is that it's not only performing similarly or better than diffusion-based methods proposed in conditional and unconditional action generation frameworks, but it's also very lightweight and fast. On the x-axis is the average rank of each policy class across simulation environments, and on the y-axis is the average inference time of each. And we see that VQBED provides the best balance between both. Here are a couple of videos of VQBED policies performing some long horizon tasks. On the left, the task is to open the drawer, pick and place the box into the drawer, and close the drawer. On the right, the task is to open the microwave, pick up and place the bread from the microwave onto the plate, and In our long horizon task, we find that VQBet performs on average 3 times better than the best performing baseline. We ran VQBet on a series of real-world experiments in our play kitchen on our mobile manipulator, and we see that on shorter horizon tasks, VQBet still outperforms other methods. We recently added VQBet into the Hugging Face Low Robot library, and here you can see just how lightweight the model is, as it's just 38 million parameters and requires just 12 milliseconds for inference. For the paper, open source code, and more videos, please scan the QR code. Thank you.